we're back with Harrowings and the Passing Show with your host, Hal Gill. Talking to strangers. Michael Lewis, Jessica and Lost Vibes 100 have joined. Good to see you. We're in Kramer Books, looking at what they're trying to program us with these days. Chip War. That's a book I was looking for here. I'm not seeing it. It's called Loud and Clear. Found it. Brian Anderson. This is one that's going to be used in a course I'm taking at Stanford. Wall of Sound, and Blair Jackson, Jesse Durno, David Gans, who was guest on Harrowing's podcast last Tuesday, all involved. So $32 here. I think we'll go ahead and make this investment in keeping the bookstore open. And that'll do it. And let's just take a look. It all happens at Kramer's. We've got upcoming events. Black to the Future Club, Brown Girl in the Ring, the Couture Organic Matter conversation with Kaioka Amori. These are some good things to do. I should probably do them. I've got to keep in mind that this is happening. I gotta head out here if I can find somebody that's working. Maybe over here instead. Let's take a look. We do have a lot of flowers. Okay. Can I push this here? We'll do it over there. Okay. Thank you so much. Organic Matter. All right.
Anything like that for farms?
Oh, hey, like,
Would you like a bag?
I don't need a bag. Here and there.
$33.92 is your total. You can tap right on the screen.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, yes. There you are.
So much. See you later. Glad I found it. What we can know. It's a good title. What can we know? I just know how things seem to be. I'm picking up the signal through the void here and taking in a little bit of the passing show, as I mentioned. I don't know. I just know how things seem to be. I could be wrong. We all could be wrong. Hey, there's my friend. He's often blasting stuff from his bicycle. More than a few people around. And as we take a look, you never know, you might see. Always the passing show. I'm going to head across here. This evening at 5:30, I'm going to be tuned into a thing called the Happy Hour Group. And I'm going to lead. I'm going to give a little 10 to 20 minutes of my experience, strength, and hope to start them off and listen as they go on about whatever they have in their minds. Hopefully we get a little bit more about practice of principles in all our affairs, because that's really what it's all about, folks. Simple principles like not drinking a day at a time, not being a jerk. And I have a hard time with the latter part. I still tend to judge. And I don't know, I just know how things seem to me, and I could be wrong. Even there's pigeons. They may be judging us too. But we don't care. Pay no attention. Hello, dog. I care about what dogs think. dogs like people or they don't like people. So yeah, I did pick up this book, Loud and Clear. It's got several different people on the back. Mentioned Steve Silberman, he passed away just recently. And David Gans, he's teaching a course in Stanford on Dead Reckoning, he calls it. It's Grateful Dead in art, history, and commerce. And he's going to be talking about this book, among other things. So I think I'll read it and get it in my system, at least to some degree. Brian Anderson's the author, and he's got a thorough and warmly told account of the Grateful Dead's technical history from the acid tests in 1965 through the Wall of Sound era, which ended at Winterland in October 1974, but whose technological advances have benefited musicians and their audiences in every realm to this day. He's listed as being a musician, radio host, and author of Conversations with the Dead, which I cited in our conversation on Tuesday, which was really nice. You know, got a crow coming in for landing there, making a circle, and he's aiming for a chimney of the DuPont apartment building next to the National Affairs Office of Scientology, which is in the Fraser Mansion, built in 1890, stands at the corner of R and 20th Streets. We're on Connecticut Avenue, one of the diagonals. D72, Lafayette, D70, Farragut Square. Keeper Federal being advertised, defending our nation's digital borders against cyber attacks. Keep in mind that Keeper Federal is just one of those companies out there doing the work with enough money to advertise on the sides of our buses. County public schools buses heading up Connecticut. Little documentation of who, what, when, and where. A little raw journalism. A little spottiness to it. A lot of times the image is just sort of stacked stills. Police Hubstack ends up break things up. Yeah, so as we pass by, folks, remember that everybody is on a temp job here. We are not permanent. Kind of like weather systems. Confluences of various molecules always being interchanged in and out. And every cent we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating, because money is energy. Money does stuff. It's a conduit for energy. Causes work to be done. And this work is being done relatively cheaply. Doesn't cost a lot in terms of electricity to run the phone. Well, I am running down, so I'm going to charge it a bit before heading back out on the streets. And I get rid of the jacket, throw it into the laundry, spilled a little egg yolk on it. I was eating my egg and cheese. Make a pretty runny yolk, and if you're not careful, as I wasn't, it's easy to spill it. So it goes. Get cleaned up, get the battery charged, get back out on the streets. More of the passing show. At 1 o'clock, the bathrobe guy and I go on Harrowing's podcast. New episode. Been doing more frequently and inviting folks to join in. Last night, an impromptu walk capped off with a conversation with Anne Schmidt. Is that right? What's her name? Anyway, she knows her name. And she likes the videos. So she's been amplifying me quite a bit the last couple of days, which is really nice. She gets it, you know. We have to amplify each other, get our signals through the noise. Otherwise, we're just lost in the shuffle of cyberspace And it's our intention to leave a mark, to actually do something that's going to help to extend people's understanding of the world we're in, just from the narrow perspective that we have on Connecticut and Florida avenues at the moment, turning up S Street Northwest, passing. Oh, they cleaned it out again. The books. Looks like we've got Sebastian Barry, Temporary Gentleman, Philip Jenkins. It's great. Holy War. And photographer and the president about Alexander Gardner and the images that made the presidency. Uncorrected proof, not for sale. Interesting. 2115, it's for sale. It's got a really nice condo up there, under $1 million. This place, still for sale. Our penthouse, but it's been pretty well stripped to the walls by the previous resident. Not a great buy, I don't think. And there's another one for sale. I don't know which one, but people trying to move. I don't blame them. Looks like some watering's been done by my neighbors. At least on the sidewalks. I don't see a lot of evidence of the ground getting a lot of the water. And I think she seriously avoids watering her stuff. But that's okay. Doesn't really need it. Yep. Is what it is. Okay, we're going to go in now. So thanks a lot for joining. We're going to get a charge on the phone. We're down to 50%. Need to get it back up to 100 before heading out. And we'll end here. Let's see, Federico Francia joined. I'm probably going to, no, not Tiny Vinyl today, maybe on Thursday. Lost Vibes 100, just